Hello ladies. I just got back from my doctor's appointment. I'm in my kitchen because I'm about to start cook breakfast. Yesterday was interesting. I did not get very much sleep the night before. Just really anxious and really, whatever. Um, and I was supposed to go to the doctor's office first before I went to the hospital to go get a shot. They gave me a shot of Demerol, which was really weird because my sister-in-law was like, they didn't give me anything. I've heard other people say that they were just told to take some Advil before. So yeah, I was really surprised when they were going to give me Demerol. So I went and, being anxious as I was, and my husband was too, we got to the doctor's office. We were supposed to be there at 9:30. We got there like 9:15. So they made us wait because they wanted to make sure the Demerol was still in my system by the time I had the procedure done. So we sat there, and I hate being late to places. I'm always early. I'm one of those people. So like 9:45 came around, and I'm like, okay, they still haven't given me the shot. It takes about 10-15 minutes to get to the hospital from where we were. I was like, okay. So I got up and I told them, I'm supposed to register at 10. And they said, oh, we know. She's getting the shot ready. It's like, okay. So then 5 more minutes passes by, and I'm like, okay. And Jose looks at me and he's like, get up. Go say something. I said, okay. So I got up, and she's like, she's almost ready for you. I guess I was bothering them. But, I was just really anxious, and I wasn't trying to be bothersome or anything. I just didn't want to be late. And I was anxious, So finally they called me to the back, and they gave me a shot. And I apologized to the lady in the front. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm just, I just don't like being late, and I don't want them to say that I'm too late to actually have the procedure done and have to wait again. She's like, I understand. So she went ahead and called the hospital to let them know that I was there and I would be going to the hospital soon. So they gave me the shot. I have not had a shot in my back end since I was a child. So that was interesting. It still hurts actually. But yeah, they gave me the shot and they had me sit down in the room. And that's when I actually calmed down for the first time, because I felt that shot kick in. I felt it kick in, and I was just like, whoa. So so they brought my husband to the back, and they told him that he would sort of have to help me walk a little bit, and especially getting up and down. So they let us out through the back entrance because it's faster to get to the vehicle that way. So we went out that way, and we started driving. My husband didn't know where the hospital was because we're new. And so I looked at my phone, and as I was looking at my phone, I got really dizzy, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting nauseous. So I was like, So when we finally got to the hospital, it took me a while to fill out the paperwork because it was hard to concentrate when you're drugged up. And so filled out the paperwork. Then they ended up, when they took me to the back, they, it was in the x-ray room. The lady asked me some questions. What's your birthday? What's your name? What procedure are you here to have? And I was trying not to make it seem like I was drugged up, but, I don't know how good of an actress I am. So, after that, she gave me the gown, and the restroom was right there, so she told me to go ahead and change. And I ended up, sorry ladies, I ended up losing my breakfast as I was putting the gown on. They didn't hear me, so that was good. And then I got on the table, and they sort of explained what was going to happen, which I pretty much already knew because, getting on YouTube and watching these videos about what was going to happen, there wasn't really any surprises. So once I laid down, the doctor came in and he told me who he was. He explained a little bit more and he's like, all right, let's get started. It's like, okay. So he started talking to me, like having a conversation, asked where I was from. Usually when people ask me that question, they're trying to find out my ethnicity. Just to clarify, I am Mexican. I know I guess I have some Indian type features, or it might just be my dark skin and black hair. I don't really know what it is, but I'm always asked if I was from India. I've actually had some people from India ask me what part of India I was from. So when he asked me, I go with my normal responses. Oh, I'm from Texas. They always ask me, where are you from? I was like, oh, I'm Texan. I'm from Texas. It eventually comes out. My next sentence is usually, but my family originates from Mexico. So, he was asking me, just conversational things, what brought me here and to Virginia, and told him my husband's in the military, and just started talking. During that time, I felt nothing. Like, I didn't feel him put the speculum in. I didn't feel him do anything. And next thing I know, he's like, all right, now look at the TV. And ta-da, there I am. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, all right, I'm going to start injecting the dye. I was like, okay. And he's like, if you want to watch the screen, go ahead. And I watched the screen. Since I was drugged up, I was just watching it and not really realizing what was going on. I did feel a little bit of a pressure at one point for like maybe a second. And I was like, huh. It just felt weird. But I was already filling up. So I don't know if there was a blockage and he cleared it or if that's just the way that it was supposed to feel. And then after he injected some of the dye, like I could see the uterus and then the two tubes. And then he had me move to the left and move to the right. I was like, okay. And then he's like, all right, you're done. It's like, sweet. Okay, so what's going on? He's like, well, let me move this machine first, and then I'll show you. I was like, okay. So we looked at the screen, and he's like, okay, here's your uterus. He's like, it's very small because you said you didn't have any kids, so it is going to be small. And he's like, and there's your two tubes, and that's all I can tell you. It's like, that's all this test can tell you. So I'm like, okay, so I do have two tubes that stuff is going through, so that's good. He didn't see anything wrong with my uterus as far as, he led on. And he said that the doctor was going to have the report the same day. And that was it. So it was pretty simple. It was pretty easy. I think the worst effects I had, I didn't have any cramping at all yesterday. But here's the kicker. I had tons of side effects from that stupid Demerol. I stayed in bed all day yesterday. On the way home, when we were driving home, I again had to have Jose pull over to the side of the road, and yep, sort of lost it again. And yeah, it was bad. It was so bad. And I'm glad we live in, it's a residential area, but it's like there's a lot of space in between houses. So nobody saw me lose my breakfast. So that was good. But yeah, I stayed in bed all day. When I finally did get up, I was just so dizzy and I couldn't, it was horrible. Like, I still feel a little droggy from it. I've never had Demerol before as far as I remember, but gosh, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't like that stuff, I guess. So this morning I had a doctor's appointment post with my primary care manager, and apparently the original referral that was put in to go to the OB was for irregular period lengths, so for my long cycles. I was like, okay, you know, it's like the reason I came in for that original referral was to try to get in with the RE to see if I had PCOS, you know. So that really surprised me. And so she went ahead and I guess put in another referral for the same OB, but this time for infertility. So on Monday I have a appointment with my OB to get like the official results from the HSG and see where we go from there. When I talked to the office last time, they said that they might send me to another place, and now that it's in the referral, excuse me, that the referral says infertility, then it should be covered. So let's hope that it is. I'll have to call them to find out for sure if it is. But yeah, it's I guess there was some questions answered, but there's plenty of more questions that need to be answered now. So yeah, that's it for my update. Actually I have one more thing. I am 1 pound from being under 200 now. So yay! So yeah, I'm very excited. Since I've been sick, I hadn't been exercising. I hadn't, you know, nothing. Just trying to eat better. So I was really surprised that I went through Thanksgiving and I went through all this stuff. And I just weighed myself because I was just like, it's like, okay, let's see. You know, I need to get back to walking and stuff. Let's see what the damage has been. Because I have not weighed myself in a while. Since I've been sick, I have not weighed myself. So I was sort of surprised and excited. So yeah, I'm getting down and I'm like, yay. But yeah, that's it for me, ladies. I hope you are having a good day, getting those BFPs, and lots of baby dust to you. To all my new subscribers, thank you, and for subscribing, and you know, check out the rest of my videos to see what's been going on here on this end. And I look forward to checking out everybody else's videos. Alright? I will see y'all later. Bye-bye.